Hello, it's Etharal here, and today I thought I would do a new video. It is, once again, it's a Stellaris mod. This one, it is a new Warhammer Total Conversion. It's the Grimdark Total Conversion. It is looking like it's going to be slightly more interesting than the Twilight of the Imperium mod that I did play for quite a while, which kind of just didn't go anywhere. It dropped off the face of the world. They haven't really updated it since, which is a big shame because I love the 40k universe. I think it's a really interesting dystopian future with a lot of potential for Stellaris. It works really well with it. And here we seem to have a new Total Conversion mod. I really hope that this one does keep going because it looks like it's already a little bit further than Twilight of the Imperium. Now, I haven't played all that much of it, and I'm just going to sort of jump into here and have a bit of a look. So, we do have, first of all, we've got Chaos ships. We've got all the different types of races. It would seem that we have Chaos, we have Eldar with the Eldar ships, and then we have the Imperials, and then we have the Necrons. Do we have anything else? Greenskins, do they have... Greenskins have Tyranid ships. I'm not sure on that one. And let's have a look. What else do we have? The Rakgol. Have Tau ships. These are the Skoth, the Tau Empire, which have Tau ships. And these are the Tyrellians, which have Greenskin ships. I'm not sure whether those are actually, whether the Tau and the Greenskins, by the looks of things, actually have their own ships. I'm also not 100% convinced that the Eldar do as well. I might have a bit of a look into them later on, though. For the minute, we are going to go into the actual, into the Imperials, I think. We're going to have a bit of a look at them. So, what have we got? So, we've got various different ones. So, the Gothics, different sectors, the Bacca sector. They look like they are actually Forge World, so they are, or what are they called? The Adeptus Ministorum? I can't remember, something along those lines. No, not the Adeptus Ministorum, that is, the Ministorum is the Ecclesiarchy and the Religion. They are the Adeptus Mechanus. Right, so let's have a look. We're not going to go them. Should we go for the Imperium of Man, Divine Mandate? Leaning towards that one. Hive Worlds, let's have a look. What do these do? Alpine Worlds, Hive Worlds for the Calixus sector, Hive Worlds, Fortress Worlds for the Cadia sector, Tomb Worlds. All these should be like Tomb Worlds. We're going to go for nice and simple, and they have, Craft World. Ooh, I am tempted actually. I really am. Should we? Let's go for Ulthway. Let's have a look, see if these do have any. We may jump out of this very quickly. So, you've got these. They've done some new maps. So, you've got your basic start and your United Imperium start. We're just going to go for the basic start. We're going to leave everything as it is. We're going to jump into this. One thing I will mention, this did take a little bit of a while to load up. It does seem like when you first turn the mod on, that the actual loading screen, it was climbing up a couple of % every second. Okay, actually... that does look like, sort of like a craft world, not quite how I imagine a craft world to be, and the textures there are lacking, shall we say. Let's have a look at the ships. Okay, those ships are definitely not the actual ones for them, so that's fine. They are one of the base game models, so that's not too much of a problem though, but let's jump out of this. Let's exit to main menu. Let's go back in and let's have a look at... So I know they definitely have the Chaos ships, they definitely have the Empire ships, they definitely have the Necron ships. So we are going to go in to have a look at these guys. Where are we going? I'm going to go for the Imperium of Man and Hive Worlds, and they have Imperial ships. So let's have a bit of a play in this and let's see what it does look like. So let's jump into the Imperium of Man. So, many false prophets took it upon themselves, blah, 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 now successfully created. Okay, right, so there, Terra, very nice, first of all, that it's actually called Terra, and this is the Sol Mercury Mars, the home of the Adeptus Mechanus, and Forge World with, what is that? Forge World with Iron? Iron, I think is what that is, but, there we go, so this here is your Forge World, Mars. Pretty standard. You've got all of, actually, the whole solar system, which is really nice. Titan. Titan is, if I remember rightly, is actually the home world of the Grey Knight. Let's have a look. Okay, so that... Oh, actually, as well, that's just reminded me. Something in the settings for the graphics, turn off bloom. Make sure that you turn that off. Look at how, well, not nicer the ships look, but they look like they should. For some reason, the bloom, let's try turning it on low. Let's see if that makes any difference. So, let's apply that. Yeah, so, not great. It makes them just kind of glow slightly, which is very weird. Right. So, the textures here on the ships aren't brilliant, admittedly, but at the same time, they aren't terrible. Look at that. That actually does kind of feel a little bit like it is a big, giant, hulking ship. So, set you up, survey this system. What is this? This is our little, tiny fleet. That thing is really not good. So, yeah, that's not a great fleet. But let's jump these back to here and see how they do look when they're actually moving. Speed things up a little bit. Right, so new heir to the Imperium. But the Imperium has the Emperor of Man, who is with the influence and all that sort of stuff. Is he ever going to actually die? That's the question. Right, let's have a look in some of the researchers. So all this sort of stuff is nothing really new here. Engineering facilities, ion thrusters. Let's go for engineering facilities. We want to get as much research as possible. Let's have a bit of look on Terra. So Terra has got these, those are mankind, various different types of man, but all, regardless, they are definitely still man. So what we're going to do, let's have a look at this planet. So it's surface, ideally we need some food, if we can. So let's do just that. Let's build hydroponics farm. What does this do? So high world, ethical divergence, wow, so that does change a lot. And is there any problems in terms of that? No, there isn't. Right, so you're fine for that. You're going to do that. And then we... Oh, wait, no. We're going to cancel that because I've just seen that. So cancel that. Yes. Clear that. We want to clear that first because we're going to move somebody onto there. We're then going to build hydroponics farm. And we're then going to clear... Well, we would like to clear that. But we can't afford to. Right, and let's see the size of the galaxy. So, it would seem to certainly be based in, like, clusters. That's quite a strange one. So there is the Eye of Terror. Right. So, this galaxy is actually pretty darn big. It's 1200, I believe, is the starting one, if I remember rightly. So, Storm of the Emperor's Wrath. So, this one here, you can see that we've got a load of ones. This colour here, the white, isn't great. I think they probably should have picked a different one to start off with than this. It's not great, but it'll do. And so, this is the Tau Celi. Right, okay. So that's a black hole. Right, so, we're sort of in this area, not much cluster. If we could get north, though, and we could take this cluster here, and then maybe move across and take these clusters, that would be absolutely brilliant, grabbing a couple of those. Now, let's have a bit... Yeah, I don't care about that. That's all fine. Let's jump back out of this. Let's go to the exit to the main menu, first of all, and let's have a bit of a jump in. New game, and the Black Legion. Should we do the Black? Yeah, let's go and have a look at the Chaos. Let's just leave it as basic start and jump back in here. So that's sort of how the actual Imperials look. So that definitely looks like a demon-infested world. So nice start in that sense. Now, the surface, what are these? These are corrupted humans. What do we have? You know what? Let's go into our... where is it? Planets, there should be. Species, there we go. So we just have corrupted humans. Right. And then let's have a look at this. Does this look anything... definitely it looks like it's something that has been taken from the Empire. Certainly. Look over here at this. This is the science ship, which is... They look like the Imperial ships, and again, they look like the Chaos ships. Although I will say that the textures certainly need some work. I will admit I'm not an animator or anything like that, so I might be wrong. I don't know how, easy that is to do or how difficult that is to do. Admittedly, though, when I've seen ones from the Galaxy Divided mod, the textures are absolutely amazing. So, it is doable. Right, let's jump back out of these guys. let's have a look. Actually, I want to go to the new game, and where is it? The Ultramarines. So let's select that. At the same time, we are also going to go to a United Imperial start. So let's see how this does go. Right, so here we are playing as the Ultramarines, and my surface is all still mankind. Right, so we don't have any Ultramarines. I was kind of hoping that we would. And let's jump out and see how this looks. So, the United start. Not quite sure. Let's try skipping things ahead a little bit, I guess. Is this going to actually do anything? The United start? Apparently not. Right, let's go exit to main menu. New game. Let's go down. Let's have a look as well at the Necrons. Yep, that'll do fine. Can we read what is... Does it give any description? Okay, so I don't know what the United Imperium start is, which is a shame. But, oh well. Right, and let's play that. Load this all back in again. Right, so all the Necrons. So this should be a tomb world. Yes, it is. And so it definitely looks very strange, you know, with all of its green day glow. And the construction ships, they look the exact same, so that's not really too nice. I mean, there isn't really any though ideas of what it is that they, you know, the construction type ships actually really do look like. Those, they certainly do look like they are actually what you would expect them to look like. That is just a base game model. You can tell because of the reflection. I mean, when you look at that thing's reflection compared to this one's, this one doesn't have any reflection. So, I mean, that's fine. The builder, let's have a look at that's the science ship that we're just looking at, and these are the very basic starting ships. So they certainly do look like what you would expect them to look like, so that's great. And then let's have a look on the surface here. We have different Necrons, and they do certainly look like how you would expect Necrons to look. Great, you know, brilliant start off. Let's go back to the main menu, and we are just going to exit to the main menu. I think I already know the answer to this, but we're going to go and we're going to have a look at the Tau. I would absolutely love it if the Tau did have their own ships. As you know, I played the Tau in the Twilight of the Imperial, and I'm a big fan of them. Let's have a look. Right, and the Tau have, yeah, they don't have their own unique ships yet. That's a shame. I do like that, though. I think that actually one, even though I know that is a base game model, that one works really, really well for the Tau. And so let's go back up, and you know what, just to finish it up, let's go on and let's have a bit of a check of the green skins as well. I already know that they aren't going to have any unique ones, but we can have a bit of a check of them anyway and see how they do go. Right, so the planet, yep, that's all fine, that's nothing new there. Those are, yep, those are base buildings, and base buildings, yep. So the orcs, they're placeholders more than anything for the minute. I really do hope that we do get to see some stuff in this mod get added in. Stuff I think I'd like to see, certainly. Fill out the roster. So, you know, you've got these, I mean, you've got as well, as we did go into them originally, the Eldar. The craft worlds, I think, need a little bit of work. I'm not 100% convinced on these, although I do really like the idea of what they are trying to do. How well it's going to work, I don't know, but I like the idea of it. And so, what I think they really need to do is try and get so that we've got, you know, these craft worlds, I don't know how they could do them. I personally think that Craft World Eldar, not a great option to do. Not really one to use for this sort of game. Also as well, I just want to go back, exit to main menu. Let's go into this. I just want to check something. So, warp travel. Now, the Eldar shouldn't have warp travel. They use the webway. They should certainly use hyperlanes. Would make sense. Now, as well, in Twilight of the Imperium, one thing that I liked that they did was these guys used wormholes, which had to have relays set up for and everything. And I think that worked really well for them as well, if I remember rightly from their information, what they do. They don't use traditional warp travel, but they also don't use the webway. They use something completely different. And also, as well, I actually think that the orcs, Now, see, the orcs are an interesting one. They would maybe use the wormhole travel, I'd say, but that's just because of how their ships work. Their ships, they're basically just giant asteroids, so they don't actually have warp engines as such. They pretty much just all climb aboard these makeshift ships and fire the ship at the planet that they want to hit and hope that they hit it. If they don't hit it, they just keep traveling until they hit something. So, I don't know. I think that maybe the wormhole one might suit them a bit better. So I'd certainly like to see them incorporate that. Obviously, fill out all of the ships. I think that would be a brilliant option. Now, the Eldar, as they all use missiles, yep, that makes sense. Let's have a check on the Necrons. Now, the Necrons, they, I think, need to use beam weapons. And that just because of their Gauss cannons, they're more energy and plasma based. Mass drivers doesn't really make sense to me for those. Mass drivers definitely make sense for them. I don't know who these are, the slop. These guys, I really want the Tau to, them to develop the Tau further. I think they are absolutely brilliant people, and I really do like them. I also like the fact of how they used to be good. I don't like so much what they ended up turning them into, really, but that's beyond the point. Right, so I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm not going to be really planning on setting up an actual playthrough of this. If people do want to see that, do let me know, and I'd be happy to do that. Let me know if there's any races that you'd like me to see try out in this world. I think that this one, by the looks of things, let's just jump into these guys. That should be fine. This map, it does look like quite an interesting one. So here you can see, there's a lot of room for expansion here, and this is a really large map, and also we aren't using hyperlanes anymore, so these guys will look at all those stars that they can colonize. Actually, this one I think would be a really, really fun game to play. Let me know if there's any people that you particularly want to see, and if people do want to see it, I'm more than happy to do it. If not, though, I am leaning towards possibly, holding back just a little bit and maybe waiting to see how everything does go, see how the development does go. Like I say, I've only just noticed this pop up onto my Steam workshops very recently. I'm not completely sold on it. I tend to, with things like this, particularly Warhammer, I think I want to let it get a bit further forward before making a definite decision. But let me know what you think. If you do want to see it, brilliant. Let me know. Do be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. That's always a good way to let me know what you like. And I've been Etharal here for EGen, and I shall see you next time.